Hey everybody, and welcome back. Hope your guys' weekend was good, and I also hope you guys enjoyed my American Truck Simulator episode number 5. So I'll probably get a new truck in there for this week's version, and yeah, just if you guys haven't seen it, go back to my last video, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Alright, so jumping right into the news, is PlayStation Vue going to be the next big thing in cord cutting? Well, this article certainly thinks so, and I'll give you guys my 2 cents on it in a couple seconds. So they said the sign-up process is pretty painless. You just need to have a PlayStation Network account. Once you are logged into your new account, you can then add your credit card info and sign up for your free trial. But from there, you can pretty much use a PS3, PS4, Amazon Fire TV, or Amazon Fire Stick. So pretty cool that you don't need to have a PlayStation 4. He said he personally used the Amazon Fire to sign up, and it wasn't that bad. The UI is pretty good. The user interface is pretty good, so you can also DVR up to 28 days, which is pretty cool. Well, I should say, you can have your DVR recordings saved up to 28 days. Pretty cool. At least you get to save them, so if you don't watch your shows within 28 days, that's kind of a long time. Basically a full month. The service, they said, the load times are quite long. You need a decent internet connection, but overall it's not bad, really. To be honest, it doesn't lag or glitch out or anything like that for how many people are using the program, which I'm kind of surprised because there's quite a lot of people that use it, and I thought PlayStation was just going to shoehorn this in and it was just going to be a quick buck for them. It seems like it's not the case, really. So they said there's basically channel-specific apps and that will allow you to log into, and you can basically log into Watch ESPN and miss a basketball game, or you miss the Americans. You can log into the FX app and watch on demand. So, that's pretty cool that you don't need to have a cable service provider, quote unquote, really. It's pretty cool, actually. I like that feature. So they said, how does that compare to Sling TV? Sling has really been the only service of its kind, but now there's some serious competition. So, basically, how do they compare? Where Vue wins, PlayStation Vue gives multiple streams, while Sling TV gives you one. This is a deal breaker for some, so you can have multiple accounts. PlayStation Vue offers a cloud DVR, which Sling TV offers on-demand options for many stations. Deals with Fox Sports and NBCSN up until rollout of new Vue cord cutters. Didn't have a legal way to watch sports on Fox Sports 1 and NBCSN. That meant no Premier League, NASCAR, or pretty much anything. Vue changes all that, not to mention the addition of Fox News, which is a lot of people watch, so there's that. And it has regional sports, so I can watch regional teams around here. Pretty cool. It's pretty much where they win with everything. Sling wins that you can watch it on pretty much every single device except Apple TV. I cannot talk today. Sling TV allows you to watch anywhere with internet connection, but Vue suffers for mobile restrictions. Sling TV offers True Skinny Bundle at $20 a month, whereas the cheapest package from PlayStation Vue is $30. But there's a lot more channels, so there's that. Alright, so I'm pretty much looking at getting PlayStation Vue. It looks like a really freaking good deal for $35 a month, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. It looks like a really cool thing, and you can't go wrong. It's as cheap as you can get legally, really. Without having cable, it's as cheap as you can get. So, granted, it might take a while to get the bugs and kinks worked out, but overall, it seems like it's a pretty good freaking program for what it is, and I think it's going to be really good. You can have a whole setup. You can have one in your living room, one in your bedroom, on one account. You don't have to worry about moving the same device from TV to TV just to watch TV. So yeah, I'm personally going to check it out and see what it has to offer, and I look forward to it because cable is pretty pricey right now, and Charter and stuff is just sky high. So yeah, if you guys want, check it out, and it seems like a really good program. So Phil Spencer said they're going to have a nice E3 for the Xbox, and they'll pretty much have more news about Gears of War 4. But he said in the near term, our focus on the Xbox console, we're going to have a nice E3. The next focus is how we come to desktop. I'll call it that. I cannot talk. A lot of our franchises map better to desktop. A lot of our players play on both console and desktop. So let's go after that and see what issues we run into, like controller voice communication or cross-buy. Things we're trying to enable. Let's solve one big issue first and then look at the next wave, touch and mobile, as a place we can go. So that's pretty cool. Long-term strategy clearly rolls out to any place that somebody wants to play. We're just taking a focus now on console or desktop, then moving out from there. So it looks like they're going to have a pretty good E3. They're going to probably hopefully launch some big exclusives, and I hope they don't focus on this PC and desktop thing, or PC and console thing, because I'm not a really big fan of it, but hey, if Xbox is going to have a good E3, that is awesome. So, moving on. So pretty much a BioWare founder on PlayStation 4, Xbox One upgrades, he said it'd be a gigantic pain in the ass, is what it would pretty much ultimately be, and I probably could agree with him on that one. So Greg Shuzuk, whatever, he said, I'd say that it'd be a gigantic pain in the ass that the files in the face of the purpose of consoles. It's funny that there's some stories behind that. For example, the original Xbox, Microsoft actually had multiple different DVD drives. They didn't tell anyone that, but as a developer, you discovered that and you had different performance, and sometimes you'd have to have those boxes refurbished, drives, and different brands, and different equipment. It caused incredible variability. The whole purpose of consoles is to set the requirements that you work against from a hardware perspective. To change that is completely lunacy. He also goes on to say, it's almost like Microsoft may feel that Sony got overpowered versus them at the start, and maybe wants that kind of catch-up. And Sony's like, well, if you want to do that, we'll play this game. Then he also continues talking and says, I just think it's bad, he said. I think lock it and let the developers do their thing. But at the end of the day, if you can focus on your development effort on one set of hardware requirements and target, you're going to have a better result. It's easier than having to split it, adding more people, having more ports across all consoles. It's like dipping your toe back into PC pool where you have to consider all these things. It was nice on console not having to consider like performance sliders, but it's just crazy. I guess maybe Microsoft and Sony feel the need to. So obviously, like the consoles, they feel like they're outdated, which they are. I will, agree with them on that. It is outdated. The games don't look that bad on these consoles. I'll personally say that. Like, obviously they're not PC quality, but what do you expect for $400? You cannot build a nice gaming PC for that much, Personally, these consoles look really good, and they don't need to focus on these little upgrades, because you really don't need to. He basically said, you gotta let the developers do their thing. They'll utilize the consoles to their fullest potential when they release a game, and the games will look as best as they possibly can on these consoles. 2019, we'll probably get some new consoles. Hopefully, the next gen, quote unquote. So, I don't agree with Microsoft and Sony with doing this. I agree with this Greg guy, because, this next console upgrade thing, whatever it is, upgrading consoles, it would be a freaking headache for these developers. It would be so unreal that it would, they'd have to pay more people to port stuff over, and some games won't work like on the other console because they don't have the right hardware to do it, so they have to make a lower quality game, and people would be pissed off because of that. It would not end well, guys. I'll tell you that. It's not going to be good if they do this, and I hope Sony knows what they're doing, because I hope it's just going to be a 4K drive and maybe a better processor to play games more steadily. Not any graphical improvements to games or anything like that. Alright guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Make sure to like this video, comment, rate, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.